Welcome back. Now the talk is Showbiz. Now, Showbiz expert at her special table at the Siebel Townhouse in Sydney is the lovely Patti Mostyn. Hiya, Patti.
I was in the studio with you last time. This is better here.
Yes, I can.
Drinks, fruit, I feel like Peter Allen.
They look after you, do they?
Oh, they do, they do.
Love. You've got new glasses on too, Patti.
I have, and I have something really exciting to tell you.
What's that?
Evita, the film, which you're aware of, which is being produced by the Australian Robert Stigwood, who's been so successful with Grease, Saturday Night Fever, etc. And Meryl Streep, as you also know, is playing Eva Peron. Well, the hot contender, and I would say it's 99.9% for the role of Shay, is from the group called the Fine Young Cannibals, Roland Gift, which has the #1 album and single in America at the moment. And he flew over to LA last weekend, did a demo tape, and Robert flew out, well, in fact, flies out in 35 minutes to meet with him in Los Angeles and sign him.
That's
Isn't that
terrific.
good?
That's wonderful news. Just talking about signing people for big roles, what about here in Australia, Phantom of the Opera? Who do you think will get the main lead role, the male one?
I honestly don't know. I mean, you've obviously heard that John Farnham is a very hot contender.
Right.
Who, in fact, when we were up at Mirage over the long weekend, Robert had dinner with John and Gillian. And I think that actually even was discussed over dinner. Robert, of course, has nothing to do with the production here, but he is one of the major investors in the American Phantom of the Opera production.
Patti, if John doesn't do it, or doesn't want to do it, or can't do it, or whatever, could I throw a name in?
You?
Glenn Shorrock.
Well, don't you think we should wait and see how he fares as Shay in this Evita stage show?
Oh, well, he could perhaps do both. Why not?
Is it a short Phantom?
Well, that they require... Well, that will get... Oh, you can be so witchy sometimes, can't you?
I love Glenn, I love him.
Tell us about Bill Hyman's wedding, where the old bloke married the young Sheila.
Well, I mean, that was quite extraordinary. Dealing with the press all the time, one gets used to the odd exaggeration. But they all kept saying that Elton John was invited. So when I, out of the blue, got a call from him, my first question was, what did you buy Bill and Mandy for their wedding, as if I knew them intimately? And he said, well, absolutely nothing, because I wasn't asked. So, I mean, he was, in fact, at the time of the nuptials, he was perched in downtown Saint-Tropez, which he has renamed San Trollop. And he's resting up before the American leg of the tour, and that's followed, hopefully, by dates to be confirmed here in Australia.
What other tour news do you have for us here in Australia?
Well, I think next summer looks like it's going to be enormously busy. There's Bon Jovi, I believe, in September. We've got probably the biggest band in the world coming around that time, which is U2, who could be renamed Huge 2. And obviously Paul McCartney is coming, because if I turn on One More Show and see an interview with him, and I'm absolutely thrilled about that, because Linda McCartney last time gave me a wonderful spag sauce recipe when I worked with him in 1975.
It's not like quite getting a gold watch, though, is it?
No, that's the good news about Elton coming. Those red boxes will start flowing.
Yes, indeed. What about Jason Donovan? I believe that he had the tables turned on him recently.
Oh, I ran into Jason in... How do you know these things, Bert?
Two things. Number one, I've got it up there. And number two, someone dropped me a note saying, mention Jason Donovan.
Well, I ran into Jason. I think he is just so cute. I wish I was 20 years younger or my daughter was 8 years older. And...
nice way of putting it.
This was in the Golden Wing Lounge at Ansett a couple of weeks ago. And he said, I was just in London recently, Patti. Jason, yes, I said. I have seen the odd smidge of coverage in the press. And he said, well, I went to this concert, Duran Duran, and I was backstage and I met my hero in the whole world, George Michael. And he said, I was so overcome. I said to him, I know Patti Mostyn. Well, I just thought that was cute. And I really felt famous. Felt sorry for George, thinking he'd gotten away from me for a couple of years, but no.
Have you been publicist for Jason?
No. I met Jason with Kylie when we were doing the opening of Sanctuary Cove a couple of years ago, when we were looking after Whitney Houston and Sinatra. And they asked if they could come to the Whitney Houston show. And that was when I met them, and Diana, that works with me, we had supper with them. And as she's the greatest Soapy fan of all time, I mean, she's still getting over it.
Are they really a twosome, Jason and Kylie, I can ask you?
Oh, Bert, I'm not a gossip.
Yeah, yes or no, Patty? Yes or no?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know, but I hope they are. They're so pretty.
If you were hanging from the rafters by your glasses and you had to give an answer, would you say yes or no?
I'd say I'd like to think they were.
You'd like to say, I wish I didn't need glasses. Patty, we'll talk to you next time with more showbiz news.
Well, between now and then, I won't see you for a month because I've got to take my daughter over to Bermuda for a holiday.
What for? Eye tests or what?
Well, no, Robert Stevegood has asked us if we'd go over there and spend some time with him.
It's a boring life, isn't it, Patty? Boring life.
Well, it's at a bad time, actually, because 42nd Street is doing just the best business, and we're about to go into our second booking period quite shortly, and the cast album's going to be released, and I'm going to miss both those things.
Oh, well, such is life, as Ned Kelly once said.
I'll bear up.
OK, talk to you in a month's time.
Bert, I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, Patty.
Those cards will be flowing.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
You know something, with all the people that I've worked with on television over the years, Patti is the one person that I really find very hard to time because, and she's wonderful because she starts when she wants to and she finishes when she wants to, which is wonderful. I bet they don't send a floor manager out with her, do they? She doesn't. Sits there, plops herself down, 19 champagnes and says, "Where's Moonface?" Then off she goes. Happy trip, Patti, if you're still listening.